江西九江的老弱妇孺于7月13日前分批撤离，留下青壮年劳动力进行抗洪。在新闻联播中口口声声说保护人民生命财产安全的解放军，此刻都在营房里叠被子。7月12日早8时，长江湖口站水位22.4米，超警2.9米。中共政府没有派出任何军队帮百姓抗洪，而是人民冒着疫情自筑堤坝保护自己。
下了晚班到这里坐了等8个小时了，这里汤江的水已经很高了，形势很严峻。
在鄱阳湖洪灾恐导致颗粒无收之时，农业部长迷之自信地宣布，今年夏粮丰收成定局。
可以说，今年夏粮丰收已成定局。今年的这个小麦收成好啊，预计亩产平均可以提高4公斤。
在中共国某地马路上架起了专业的相机和3脚架来抓拍交警扶老奶奶过马路的罕见画面。中共国造假前无古人后无来者。
交车店不是房不卖了，告诉你不卖地。你别那么激动，哎，进来。赵氏说了，
在生化武器肆虐百姓生命时，中共政府为求 GDP 的上涨，不惜露出土匪本性，同百姓争利抢地。中共之家何处是家？
马呀，你们马，后边，马你们，看，你们要干嘛？
你哋做咩咁親密？仲要係同性戀？包！做咩黐到塊面咁埋？準相！嗱，唔係講笑㗎。最近大陸微信朋友圈就瘋傳啦，廣電總局又有新指令，嚴格規限拍攝題材同內容啊。話奇幻穿越戲要有科學根據，拍歷史劇都要忠於史實。唔知呢啲抗日神劇會唔會絕種咧？
CCP 再次用电脑操纵股票数字，忽悠普通散户入场，欺百姓信息不透明，割最后一茬韭菜。7月12日中午，在台湾东部外海经过一架追踪导弹轨迹的美军 RC-135S 侦察机，可是中共虽远必诛的战狼夹尾巴逃跑了。香港书展因第3波武汉疫情来袭延期2到5个月，此次恐中共再放毒。
我不知道你看到了这个推特这张图片以后第一反应是什么？我是注意到了这条推特，如此一个粗制滥造、特别低劣、不值一驳的谎言，他们居然可以堂而皇之的拿来污蔑、诋毁中国，实在是令人不齿。我想他们侮辱自己的智慧，我不反对，但是我们坚决反对他们以这样低劣的谎言来污名化、来污蔑、攻击中国。
Today is not all, we are on trial, but we believe that it is the Hong Kong government, the police, that should be put on trial and will be put on trial because of the suppression of our right to mourn June 4th, our right to assembly for the candlelight vigil, which have been going on for 30 years, and the 31st year they banned our gathering. under the name of public order ordinance. This is a complete denial of our rights under the Constitution, basic law, and our rights under the International Covenant on Civil and Political.
咁你而家見到啦，一傳媒創辦人黎智英咧，亦都係嚟到現場。
暫時嚟哋，我哋喺度影相嘅嚇。睇住有梯啊！唔該俾個位啊！嚇。
係啊，傳媒創辦人黎智英而家係嚟到西九龍裁判法院外面。
翻原位啦，大家不如咁啊！
係啦，翻原位啦。
我哋翻原位唔係一直。
等我哋齊13人啊，就到㗎啦。
後啲好嘛？阿鐘到未啊？
張文到未啊？
係啊，現場睇咧就應該13名被告咧就係撐下。
如果張文就到我哋等埋。
應該就真係張文光。
阿鐘未知啊。抗議六四無罪，抗議政治打，反對政治檢控，抗議六四無罪，反對政治打，抗議政治檢控。
Meet a doctor now, a scientist out of Hong Kong who says she was doing research on COVID-19 in December and January that could have saved lives. But she says her supervisor swept it under the rug. Dr. Li Mengyan says she escaped to the United States to tell her story. She joins me live now for her first TV interview in this exclusive chat today. And welcome, doctor, here.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for having me.
You arrived in the U.S. at the end of April. You say you're now in hiding. You believe the Chinese Communist government has lied. About what?
Yeah,
doctor?
exactly. And I have to hide because I know how they treat the whistleblower. And as a whistleblower here, I want to tell the truth of COVID-19 and origins of the SARS-CoV-2 to people, to the world. So I have to keep safety.
Okay, doctor, what did the Chinese lie about that you can prove?
Okay, first, as I mentioned in the video in Fox, our government already knows that before the end of December, there are over 40 people get infected, but not, as they mentioned, like 27. And also, most importantly, there are human-to-human transmission already.
Okay, so your claim is that at the end of December, there was human-to-human transition. And the Chinese government and the World Health Organization did not cop to that until about 3 weeks later. If you're right, how would things be different around the world and here in the U.S. then?
Okay, let me explain to you. First, this is a huge pandemic we have seen in the world. It's more than everything we know in human history. So for that, the timing is very, very important. So if we can stop it earlier, we can save a lot of lives. That's the key point.
Can you prove your claim
I can show
Beijing's lying?
Oh, yeah, I have a lot of evidence, like how I communicate with the people in China CDC, and also because of my network, I have a lot of friends working in the first line in the dirty zone of China during COVID-19. I have talking this kind of chat record to them, and also I can show it to you later.
Okay, so you believe your life is in jeopardy and you will not go back to Hong Kong. How come?
Of course, because I know how they treat whistleblowers. For decades, that's how our government has done to keep people silent if they want to reveal the truth, not only about COVID-19, but also for the other things happened in China. For example, during SARS time, the senior doctor, Professor Jiang Yanyong, had revealed it in Beijing, and then he got punished. And also this time, Professor Zhang Yongzhen in Shanghai, his team reviewed the sequence of the SARS-CoV-2 at the first time in the world and published it on Nature on 3rd February this year. And then his P3 lab was shut down by the government.
What is the U.S. government now able to do with your information, doctor, if you're right?
I'm waiting to tell all the things I know. provide all the evidence to U.S. government. And I want them to understand. I also want U.S. people to understand how terrible this is. It's not what you have thought. It's not what you have read through the media or listened from our China government, even WHO. This is something really different, and we have to trace the true evidence and get the real answer, because this is a key point to solve this pandemic. If not, we really don't have much
Should the
time.
U.S. be acting aggressively on Hong Kong? Do you want to open borders for Hong Kong citizens to come to America? What's the plan?
For decades, the Chinese Communist Party used Hong Kong as a weapon to attack the American manufacturing base and vacuum jobs and capital back to the Chinese mainland. You know what, Maria, we put up with that in support of a free and democratic Hong Kong. But now that China has taken away their economy, we cannot let Chinese Communist Party use Hong Kong anymore to attack the American economy. So that's coming. The other thing that's on the table that we need to talk about is this whole TikTok, WeChat, social media thing. Here's the thing, Maria. What the American people have to understand is all the data that goes into those mobile apps that kids have so much fun with and seem so convenient, it goes right to servers in China, right to the Chinese military, the Chinese Communist Party, and the agencies which want to steal our intellectual property. Those apps can be used to steal personal and financial information for blackmail and extortion. They can be used to steal business, intellectual property, and proprietary secrets. The worst thing they use them for, besides surveilling and tracking Americans, the worst thing they do is engage in information warfare against the American people, against this president. The Chinese Communist Party wants Joe Biden more than anything right now, and the American people should not be subject to information warfare. The other thing about TikTok, for example, and WeChat, this is really interesting. They're running the same playbook as Huawei, right? Put an American puppet in charge of Huawei as the CEO and say, hey, everything's going to be fine. We're going to be separate. They're trying that game with TikTok. Not going to work. TikTok is the biggest. TikTok and WeChat are the biggest forms of censorship on the Chinese mainland, and so expect strong action on that. Expect action from this president on Buy American, on China, on jobs, and this is the president that gets things done for the American people.
Yeah.
So TikTok, WeChat, and India banned 70 of these things. So TikTok and WeChat, I suspect that the president's just getting started with those two.
Oh, that's what I was just going to say, because India has banned TikTok. Is the president going to?
I never get ahead of the president, but we are looking very closely at this problem.
Alarming new research may tell us why Houston is seeing such a high spike in coronavirus cases, with Houston's Texas Medical Center reportedly at 105% capacity. Researchers at Baylor College of Medicine say a strain of the virus in that area has mutated and has become even more contagious than what we have seen so far.
I do think it is my civil rights and my responsibility to come out and to represent myself and other people that have similar thoughts. And I don't think the government can represent us. So that's why I came out today. And I do hope that the international community would see how our solidarity and would stand with us and help us, hopefully.
Tonight, a Navy ship spewing smoke after being rocked by an explosion on board the USS Bonhomme Richard.
There's heavy smoke showing from a large military vessel under construction.
Reports of the first flames at 8:30 a.m. Shortly after the fire broke out, that explosion tearing through the ship, sending sailors fleeing. Officials now confirming all personnel have been rushed off. A fire official now saying the ship could burn for days.
I'm curious about what you make of this breaking news overnight, and what do you think that these sanctions really mean against Senators Cruz and Rubio?
Well, I don't think they mean anything over Senators Cruz, Rubio, or really any elected official. I mean, it's not like any of us are traveling to Beijing to start a new business with the Chinese Communist Party. So I'm not sure if they have any practical effect. Quite honestly, I think it's just a headline-grabbing move to distract attention from the fact that the Trump administration has been incredibly tough on the Communist Party of China.
If I can borrow a few more minutes to answer your question about, you asked Mr. Guo earlier about, you think Chinese people are they ready for the democracy and freedom?
Yes.
And freedom. And I can say if German Nazi believed that Jewish people wasn't ready with freedom and democracy, there will be no Israel. If Southern Americans, they don't believe black people deserve freedom and democracy, there wouldn't be United States as today's United States. So I think Hong Kong gives us a very great demo of what Chinese people can do under the rule of law and under democracy. Taiwan people give us another very good example how Chinese people perform under the rule of law and democracy. But Hong Kong is Hong Kong, Taiwan is Taiwan, right? And I believe you guys have heard enough with CCP's lies. Talking is cheap. So give Chinese a chance. Give China a chance. Take down the firewall. Decoupling. Stop bleeding. Stop feeding them with your capital, with Wall Street's capital, because they already suck up Chinese people's blood. They will come through Wall Street to suck up your 401k, to suck up your retirement funds. They are doing the same thing. And give Chinese people a chance to show you what Chinese people can do under rule of law and under democracy and under the order. We want to merge into the Western civilized world. We want to be peaceful. Chinese people never want to challenge any country. I'm from mainland. I love Hong Kong. I love Taiwan. I feel heartbroken with those protesters. Hong Kong used to be the most safe city in the whole world. I believe whoever has been to Hong Kong, they believe it's such a beautiful and safe city. But for the last year, almost 10,000 protesters then commit suicide without question, without suspicion. How can you believe that? What happened in Hong Kong is anti-humanity, is a humanitarian crisis. So stop supporting them with Wall Street money. That's all I have to say.
Molly, thank you very much. I tell you, the powerful witness that you've just provided to the American audience and the audience throughout the world, we can't thank you enough. And thank you for risking everything, your safety, the safety of your family, to speak out, to come on the show and to fight every day. I know you're fighting as part of the whistleblower movement. So Molly, from all the American people, let me say thank you for everything you're doing.
No, thank you guys so much to listen to us. You don't know there are so many slaves in China. They never have a chance to voice up. That's why I speak for them. And you see what's happened in America right now is bad. I know it's really bad. But what happened in China, in mainland, is a lot worse. It's a lot worse. You couldn't even get the number. In Wuhan, the the number of deaths right. You don't know how many people has died in Wuhan from coronavirus. They live in hell. Hong Kong is turning into hell. But if the whole world wouldn't unite together to stop them, Hong Kong will be our future. Hong Kong gives
Molly,
the world an example. If you don't stop CCP.
Molly, thank you so much for
unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have a commercial break coming up. And I just want to say for the people out there listening, if this is not heartbreaking, what is? This shows you just, I'm sitting here with tears in my eyes, just inspired like I can't believe. We owe it to the people of China to stand with them and the people of Hong Kong. Molly, we salute you.
FBI 跟严博士谈了多长时间？谈了几个小时谈结果这个FBI 的最后说什么？我们要立刑事案。我说你神经病，你立啥刑事案呢？你立谁家刑事案呢？那共产党你能刑事得了吗？官僚所以说昨天就采访那个严博士的那个报纸的记者，人家在这之前还打电话给 FBI。说郭文贵和班农有没有被 FBI 调查？人家这个头说胡说八道，包写的，纯粹的胡说八道。谁调查他们？这是我们的国家英雄，没有。这个人就告诉我说，他说共产党对阎立梦的出境恐惧到了极点。所以这个几个官员跟我说的时候，我说任何人伤害阎立梦的人，你怀疑阎立梦的人，我说你拍拍你的心窝子。你妈、你妹妹、你姐姐、你哥哥、你兄弟、你公司，为什么现在 lock down 了？你为什么待在家里？谁能给你答案？只有一个，全人类被 lock down 的时候，只有一个人是 inside 在讲一个关于病毒真相，叫阎立梦。我这个时候你怀疑他，你凭啥怀疑他？这是一个。第二个。你告诉我，他有没有资格？哇塞，他是唯一的一个 WHO 代表、法定代表，和中国共产党这个流氓政府制造这种生化武器的政府，唯一官方代表沟通人。
病毒大流行导致全球近1000万儿童无法重返校园，每100名美国人中就有近1名对 CCP 病毒检测呈阳性反应。香港发现52例新增 CCP 病毒感染病例。美国驻冲绳军事基地报告32例 CCP 病毒感染病例。11名美国驻韩国军人病毒检测呈阳性。巴西 CCP 病毒死亡人数超过72000人，墨西哥的死亡人数激增至世界第4高。日本卫生部今天表示，日本周日记录了411例新的感染病例。季节性财报公布前一周，股票期货开始上涨。拉丁美洲和加勒比海地区的病毒感染已超过300万人，阿根廷的 CCP 病毒感染病例达10万人。